Chosen one, have you felt it in your body lately? That strange weight, the sudden chills, the restless nights, the dreams that feel more real than waking life? This is not fatigue. This is not coincidence. It is heaven marking you. And on Saturday, September the 20th, this shift will intensify. The body of the chosen ones will no longer remain silent. It will respond. It will testify. It will carry the proof that the spiritual has invaded the physical. What was once unseen will now be felt. What was once distant will now be undeniable. And I ask you, will you treat these signs as random, or will you recognize them as heaven's seal upon you? Be prepared. This Saturday, your body will declare what your spirit already knew. The change has begun. Chosen one, since the beginning of time, heaven and earth have never been separated. They have always been in dialogue, sometimes silent, almost imperceptible, and sometimes so intense that the visible can no longer contain what is being released. This Saturday, September the 20th, is one of those moments when the veil thins and the flow of heaven pours directly into the earth. This day is not just another date on the calendar. It carries a spiritual weight, a seal of transition, a shift that will not remain only in the invisible but will touch the physical, your body. What you once felt only in your spirit, you will now experience in your very flesh. The energy of heaven is not staying in the heavens, it is descending. Imagine waves of unseen light cascading down, breaking through dimensions and finding their way into the physical world. That current of energy does not move aimlessly. It searches for vessels, for temples, for chosen ones who have been prepared to carry it. And you, chosen one, are one of them. Your body is not just matter, it is a temple. And like a temple, it responds when heaven enters. Perhaps you've already noticed the first signs. Sudden fatigue, as if your strength was being consumed by something you can't explain. A pressure in your chest or head, as though the weight of the invisible pressed through the physical. Strange warmth or chills that appear and vanish without reason. Vivid dreams that leave you waking with the feeling you've traveled to another place. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. Your body is reacting to the descent of a new frequency. This adjustment is not meant to weaken you. It is meant to align you. Think of an instrument out of tune. Its sound is dissonant, unpleasant, disconnected. But when someone carefully tunes it, string by string, it begins to resonate with perfection. That is what heaven is doing with you. Your body is being tuned, calibrated, strengthened to carry a frequency it has never sustained before. And here lies the mystery. This energy will not be felt by everyone. The same day will arrive for all, but not all will experience it. To some, it will be just another Saturday, but for the chosen, it will be the day when their bodies testify that the unseen has entered the scene. This is not about being special in the eyes of men, but about being prepared in the eyes of heaven. This movement is not about pain, but about transformation. When the body reacts, it is not to destroy you, but to warn you. The spiritual is no longer distant. It has entered you, and it is rearranging everything inside of you. The boundary between dimensions is dissolving, and you are being repositioned for a greater alignment with divine purpose. So do not fear what you will feel. But this Saturday, when your body begins to register the energy shift, remember, it is not sickness. It is not random. It is not coincidence. It is heaven's signature upon you. It is proof that you are being prepared, refined, and set apart for the next stage. Chosen one, the 20th of September, will be remembered as the day when the invisible became undeniable. Your body will no longer be just a vessel. It will be a witness. And I ask you, will you receive these signs with fear, or will you welcome them as proof that heaven has chosen to touch you? Will you resist the change, or will you declare, "My body is proof that heaven has marked me"? This is not just energy in the atmosphere. This is heaven descending into earth and into you. Chosen one, when heaven releases a new frequency over the earth, the body becomes the first field of testimony. Your spirit may sense it, your mind may try to interpret it, but it is your body that reveals it most clearly. That is why this Saturday, September 20th, many chosen ones will feel undeniable physical signs, confirmations that the shift is real. The most common sign is sudden fatigue. It arrives without reason, as if your strength were being drained in another dimension. This is not ordinary tiredness. It is your body expending energy as it aligns with a higher vibration. For some, this will feel like the need to rest more than usual. For others, it will feel like the body is being pushed into silence, asking for recovery. Remember, it is not weakness, but recalibration. Another frequent sign is pressure in the head or chest. Some will describe it as a headache, others as a tightness in the chest, or a strange weight that lingers. This happens because the energy descending from heaven touches key spiritual centers in the body, opening them, stretching them, awakening them. It is uncomfortable, yes, but it is a sacred discomfort. It is heaven saying, "I am unlocking channels within you." Then come the chills and sudden waves of sensation. You may feel as though an invisible breeze runs across your skin, or a vibration pulses through your hands, arms, or spine. Some will feel heat, others cold. These are responses of your nervous system as it absorbs waves of spiritual current. They are not random. They are signals of alignment. Dreams will also intensify. In the nights surrounding this Saturday, you may encounter visions that feel more real than waking life. Places you've never been, people you do not know, symbols that linger in your memory. These are not meaningless fragments. They are your inner being, translating the movement of the portal. Your spirit communicates through imagery what your body is experiencing in sensation. Other subtle signs include tingling in the hands or feet, sudden bursts of energy followed by the need to rest, changes in appetite, shifts in sleep patterns, and even emotional swings. For some, it will feel like a deep heaviness. For others, a surge of vitality, as though they are being filled with invisible strength. Each symptom is unique, yet they all point to the same truth. Heaven is touching earth, and your body is the evidence. But the most important distinction is this. These signs do not come to frighten you. They come to confirm you. They are not punishments. They are adjustments. They are not random discomforts. They are sacred signals. Each sensation is heaven, writing upon your body what has already been decreed in the spirit. And yes, Those around you may not understand. They may call it stress, coincidence, or imagination. But deep inside, you will know, this is different. This is not natural. This is heaven, marking me chosen one. Do not resist the signs. Do not dismiss them. Do not fear them. Recognize them. They are the language of heaven in your very flesh. They are the bridge between the unseen and the seen. And I ask you, when your body testifies, will you believe it? Will you dismiss the symptoms as random? Or will you declare, these are not attacks, these are transformations? My body is proof that heaven is moving. This September 20th will not pass unnoticed for the chosen. The body will speak. The body will declare. The body will become the living evidence of heaven's energy shift. How body, mind, and spirit react to the new season. Chosen one, when heaven opens a portal and releases new energy, nothing within you remains untouched. You are not divided. Body, mind, and spirit are one living temple. And when heaven moves, all three respond. This Saturday, September the 20th, this reaction will become undeniable. The body is the first to respond. Fatigue, chills, pressure, vibrations, or even sudden surges of energy. These are not random symptoms, but signals that your temple is adjusting. Some will feel as if their strength is being drained, while others will feel filled with a new vitality. Either way, the body is aligning. Think of it as a vessel being reinforced to hold a greater measure of oil. You are being tuned, strengthened, and expanded to carry what is descending. The mind enters into its own process. Old thoughts begin to lose their power. Worries that once consumed you suddenly seem lighter. Ideas you never considered before may arise out of nowhere. This expansion brings clarity, but it can also bring temporary confusion. At times, your thoughts may race, memories may resurface, or you may feel overwhelmed. Do not fear this turbulence. It is not chaos, it is cleansing. It is the old programs being erased so new patterns can be written. The spirit, however, experiences the deepest impact. Intuition sharpens, sensitivity increases, dreams intensify. You begin to perceive signs in the world around you that others overlook. Numbers repeat. Coincidences align. Nature itself seems to speak. It is as though an inner frequency has been activated, allowing you to hear heaven more clearly. Some describe it as a presence surrounding them, a peace, a force, a certainty that cannot be explained in human terms. This triple reaction in body, mind, and spirit may feel overwhelming, but it is perfect alignment. The body bears the physical signs, the mind wrestles with renewal, and the spirit rises with revelation. Together, they form the testimony that you are no longer the same. And here lies the mystery. Sometimes the body feels first, the mind resists second, and the spirit confirms last. This sequence is natural. Do not fight it. The discomfort is not destruction. It is transformation. The tears are not weakness. They are cleansing. The confusion is not failure. It is the old making way for the new. Chosen one, even your emotions will respond. You may cry without knowing why, laugh suddenly, or feel an unexplainable longing. These emotions are not random. They are releases, purges, and alignments. The portal does not allow you to carry old burdens into the new season. So it exposes them, shakes them loose, and demands that they be released. Understand this: not all intensity is attack. Many mistake transformation for oppression, but the difference is simple. Attacks drain and enslave. Transformation aligns and elevates. Even when it feels heavy, there is peace at the core of heaven's work. So do not resist the reaction. Embrace it. Welcome it. Allow body, mind, and spirit to move in rhythm with what heaven is releasing. And I ask you, will you interpret your symptoms as suffering, or will you recognize them as signs? Will you cling to fear, or will you rise in faith, declaring, "Every part of me is being transformed for this new season"? This September 20th will not simply mark a date on a calendar. It will be remembered as the day when body, mind, and spirit moved together, testifying in unison. The new time has begun. Why September 20th is marked? For the chosen ones. Chosen one, nothing in heaven happens by accident. To human eyes, the calendar may look like an endless chain of ordinary days. But in the language of heaven, certain days are marked, sealed, and set apart as turning points. September the 20th is one of those marked days. It is not merely the third Saturday of a month. It is not simply the start of another weekend. It is a prophetic marker, a day chosen by heaven to release a new cycle. On this date, the flow of energy will intensify, and the chosen will feel it first, not in theory, but in their bodies. Why this day? Because heaven moves in cycles. Just as tides rise and fall, just as seasons shift, so too do spiritual currents align with moments in time. September the 20th represents the close of one frequency and the release of another. It is as though a spiritual clock has struck its hour, and heaven declares, "The time has come." For some, nothing will change. They will live as though the day is ordinary. But for those marked, this Saturday will be a divider, a before and an after. You will look back and remember, it was then that something in me shifted. That is the mystery. The same date arrives for everyone, but only the chosen will perceive its true weight. Why does the body play such a central role? Because the body is the anchor between the invisible and the visible. Heaven does not leave itself without witnesses. And on September 20th, the witnesses will not only be words or visions, they will be living bodies carrying undeniable signs. Fatigue, chills, dreams, vibrations, and unexpected sensation will testify. Heaven has touched earth, and earth has responded. This day is also a call to awareness. Heaven does not want you to dismiss these signs or treat them as random. The purpose is not fear, but alignment. Your body is not being punished, it is being prepared. The weight you feel is not oppression, it is adjustment. The restlessness you carry is not chaos, it is activation. And here is the deeper truth. September 20th is not just about a single day. It is a prophetic seal for the path ahead. The energy you absorb, the alignment you receive, will continue to shape your steps into the future. You will remember this date because it marked the moment heaven shifted your frequency in a way that cannot be undone. Chosen one, heaven has written this day in the story of your life. Not everyone will see it, but you will feel it. And that feeling will be undeniable. So I ask you, will you let September 20th pass as though nothing has happened? Or will you recognize it as the day heaven chose to confirm you? Will you treat it as ordinary, or will you step into it as sacred? Because one thing is certain. For the chosen, this Saturday will not be common. It will be remembered as the day your body testified to heaven's mark. Chosen one of the greatest challenges in times of spiritual transition is discernment. When your body begins to react, when fatigue appears, when sudden chills move through you, when emotions overflow or your mind feels restless, the first thought that arises is often, "Am I under attack?" And yes, attacks are real. But not every discomfort comes from the enemy. Many times, it is heaven itself reshaping you. The difference lies in the purpose and in the fruit. When it is an attack, the symptoms come to drain you. They strip away your peace, fill you with fear, paralyze your faith, and drag your mind into confusion. Attacks always carry the same intention, to weaken you until you give up. They leave you feeling isolated, hopeless, and disconnected. But when it is transformation, the signs carry a hidden peace within them. Even in the midst of fatigue, pain, or emotional release, there is a sense of purpose. Deep down, you know, this is not destroying me, it is building me. Instead of despair, you sense a quiet hope. Instead of paralysis, you feel an inner call to move forward. Instead of emptiness, you experience a strange fullness that grows even as your body struggles to keep up. Look closer at the difference. In attacks, there is chaos with no direction. In transformation, there is order hidden inside what looks like chaos. In attacks, you are drained and left empty. In transformation, even in exhaustion, you feel as if something new is filling you. In attacks, fear takes over. In transformation, faith awakens. This is why you must be careful not to mislabel heaven's process as the enemy's work. Not every tear is a sign of weakness. Sometimes it is healing. Not every wave of fatigue is oppression. Sometimes it is recalibration. Not every surge of emotion is instability. Sometimes it is the Spirit purging what cannot be carried into the new season. Yes, the enemy will always try to interfere. When he sees heaven pouring energy onto the chosen, he throws distractions, doubts, and fear. But he cannot stop the transformation. The only power he has is to confuse you into believing the adjustment is an attack. That is why discernment is your weapon. Here is the secret. Transformation always comes with confirmation. When heaven is the source, you will notice signs around you. Repeating numbers, meaningful dreams, unexpected encounters, even nature itself shifting in subtle ways. Everything seems to align, as though the world is whispering, "This is part of the process." Do not be afraid, but when it is attack, those confirmations are absent. All that remains is emptiness, confusion, and isolation. The enemy cannot create alignment. He can only imitate and distort. Chosen One, this Saturday, September the 20th, many will feel strong physical and emotional symptoms. Some will be genuine attacks meant to distract you, but many will be signs of transformation. The evidence that heaven is tuning your body, mind, and spirit for what is coming. The way you interpret them will determine how you walk through this moment. If you see only the discomfort, you may fall into fear. But if you recognize heaven's hand, you will walk in peace, even through the shaking. So I ask you, when your body reacts, will you label it as oppression, or will you declare it as elevation? Will you call it an attack, or will you embrace it as transformation? Remember this truth. The enemy paralyzes, but heaven purifies. The enemy drains, but heaven fills. The enemy seeks to break, but heaven seeks to rebuild. This Saturday, the body of the chosen ones will testify, and you must decide how you will interpret the testimony. How to cross this process in faith. Chosen one, when the energy of heaven descends, The human response is often fear. The body begins to shake, the mind questions, the emotions surge, and the first reaction is to resist. But resistance closes doors that faith opens. Faith is the key to crossing this process without breaking. So how do you walk through September 20th and the days ahead without falling into fear or confusion? The first step is to recognize the signs without fear. Fatigue, pressure, dreams, chills, or sudden shifts in emotion are not punishments. They are adjustments. Your body is not malfunctioning. It is aligning. Fear will whisper, something is wrong. But faith declares, something greater is being born in me. The second step is to care for your vessel. Drink water. Rest when your body asks for rest. Allow yourself moments of silence. This is not laziness. It is sacred integration. When heaven pours out new energy, the body needs space to adapt. Some will feel called to solitude, to step away from noise and distractions. Do not ignore that pull. It is heaven making room in you. The third step is to speak life. Do not let your lips agree with fear. When your body reacts, declare with authority, this is not sickness, this is transformation. My body is proof that heaven is working in me. Words are not empty, they are frequencies, and the frequency of faith shapes the atmosphere around you. The fourth step is to lean into your spirit. Pray, meditate, or simply listen in silence. The body feels, but the spirit interprets. If you only observe the symptoms with your mind, you may drown in doubt. But when you connect with your spirit, you begin to understand. Every sensation, every dream, every wave of energy is part of a divine process. The fifth step is to find alignment with the right voices. Not everyone will understand what you are experiencing. Some will dismiss it, some will mock it, but other chosen ones are walking through the same signs. Share, connect, confirm. Heaven often speaks in community, using others to strengthen your faith. Do not isolate in loneliness, but choose wisely the company you keep. The sixth step is to remain steady until the process is complete. Transformation is not instant. It may last hours, days, or even longer. But the more intense the shaking, the greater the evidence that heaven is doing deep work in you. Do not quit halfway. Do not interpret discomfort as defeat. Wait until the process finishes, and you will see how much lighter, stronger, and more aligned you have become. Chosen one. To cross in faith means to interpret correctly. It means to choose trust over fear, hope over despair, alignment over resistance. Faith turns symptoms into testimonies. Faith turns fatigue into strength. Faith turns tears into cleansing. Faith turns this Saturday into a prophetic marker of your destiny. And I ask you, when September 20th arrives, will you resist the signs, or will you embrace them as sacred? Will you fall into fear, or will you rise in faith? Declare it now. I will cross in faith. My body is not failing. It is being transformed. Because this is the truth. Those who walk by faith will not be crushed by the weight of change. They will be elevated by it. And their bodies, once shaken, will stand as living proof of heaven's work. Chosen one, we have arrived at the closing of this message, and here is where everything comes together. Heaven has not opened this time merely to be sensed in the invisible. It has come so that it may be witnessed in the physical. From this Saturday, September 20th onward, the body of the chosen ones will stand as living proof that the shift in energy is real. What once was only felt in prayer, in intuition, in silent whispers of the Spirit, will now manifest in your very flesh. Your body will no longer remain neutral. It will testify. Every sudden chill, every strange vibration, every restless night, every vivid dream, every surge of energy will be like a seal declaring, "This is not imagination. This is heaven marking me." Understand this. Your body is not betraying you. It is bearing witness. It is not collapsing under the weight. It is carrying evidence of the change. It is not random discomfort. It is sacred confirmation. Heaven has chosen to inscribe the unseen upon the visible, and your body is the canvas. Why? Because humanity always demands proof. People say, "I will believe it when I see it." Heaven responds by turning the chosen into signs themselves. You will not only speak of the shift, you will embody it. You will not only tell others what you sense, your very body will testify to what has descended. You are becoming the living sign. But here lies the call. Do not waste this. When your body testifies, interpret it rightly. Do not dismiss the sensations as coincidence, nor surrender to fear. Declare them for what they are, proof of heaven's movement. Let your body's reaction become fuel for your faith, not food for your doubt. This Saturday, September 20th, will not feel the same for everyone. For many, it will be just another day. But for you, the chosen, it will mark the moment where the spiritual and the physical merged, where your inner knowing became outer evidence, where your body stopped being only a vessel and became a witness. And I ask you, are you ready to embrace this? Are you ready to carry the responsibility of being a living sign? To accept that your very flesh, your very sensation are now a testimony to those who still doubt? Chosen one, declare it with faith. My body is living proof of change. Heaven has marked me. September 20th will not be remembered merely as a date on the calendar. It will be remembered as the day the chosen ones became undeniable evidence. The unseen has entered the scene. The spiritual has touched the physical. And you, yes, you, are the proof. From this day forward, nothing in you will be the same. Not your body, not your mind, not your spirit. You are the sign that heaven has already moved.